Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Shah and this is Thoroughly Enjoyed Books. Yes, that is a glass of wine in my hand. I'm knackered. In Monday's video, I talked to you about the fact that I felt like I'd hardly been reading and that I was going to the gym a lot more and just not getting the time to do the things I want to do. That remains true. However, one of the things I have realised, while I have been going to the gym, I've also been doing a lot more cooking and eating a lot better food. I've documented on my YouTube channel in the past that I've struggled with an eating disorder from the age of about 15. I think it was about 21 when I started to get better from that, and obviously I've relapsed since then, but it's something I continue to work on. So for the last nearly 10 years, I've struggled with my eating habits and with my health and finding a balance that works for me. However, now that I'm going to the gym regularly, I'm trying to eat a bit healthier, but not being restrictive, which is very hard to do, I'll have you know. I have been using some cookbooks and I want to talk to you about them. So I have been vegetarian for around 3 years now. I had a bit of a 6-month blip last year where even though I was still mainly eating vegetarian, the odd bit of meat would get into my diet, and mostly that was to do with my eating disorders. I always found I could overcome my eating disorder easier if I ate meat, just because it reduced the restriction on me. Say what you want about that if you're vegan or vegetarian yourself, but I needed to do what was best for me. I have now been strict vegetarian this year. I've done really well with it, and I always aim to be fully vegetarian, but I try not to guilt myself if I do slip up. Therefore, the majority of my cookbooks are vegetarian or vegan, just because they help me stick to the routine, they help me come up with my food ideas. I went to my kitchen and I picked out the 5 cookbooks that I use the most, that are my favourite cookbooks, and I thought that I would show you them, share them with you, and tell you a little bit about them. I was going to share the recipes with you, but then I realised that the majority of them are just curries, and I do a lot of curries and vegetable bowls and all that kind of thing. So I'm not going to share the recipes today, but I might do so in future videos. I just want to talk to you about these cookbooks, why I love them so much, and just maybe give you some recommendations if you are thinking of becoming vegetarian or vegan but are finding it hard to pick what to eat. First book I have is First Time Vegan by Leah van der Veld. I have no idea who this woman is. It's this girl on the back. I don't know if she is a blogger or anything like that. However, this is a very easy cookbook if you are just starting to get into vegetarian or veganism. That is the whole point of this one. As you can tell, it's the first time vegan. What I like about this one is a lot of it is sides, but when you open the book at first, it talks to you a little bit about how to start going vegan. So it talks to you a little bit about nutritional information, what sort of proteins and fibres and carbs, so what type of nutrients you get from different types of food, so vegetables, nuts, seeds, all that good stuff. A little bit about meal planning. Everything is broken down into a really useful function. So instead of full meals, this tends to be more how to make dressings. So we've got peanut dressings, lemon dressings, romesco sauce, whatever that is, all these different things. And then you also have a lot of sides in here. So there's like sandwich ideas, because I tell you now, being vegetarian and wanting a sandwich for your lunch is really hard. It also has your favourites like nachos and different types of burgers, things like pan-fried broccoli, and just things that you can put on your foods. I really do enjoy this cookbook. I think if it's your first time being veggie or vegan, this gives a lot of great options. The next is probably my all-time favourite veggie book. It's between this and a book that I'm going to show you later on, and that is The Hairy Dieters Go Vegan. The Hairy Dieters are a UK cooking pair. These two chappies here who are bikers. They go around on bikes and try different food all around the country. They have loads of different TV shows. This one came out 3 years ago. I think I got this right at the beginning of me being vegetarian. This was potentially the first book I used. And I just love this. It has all your hearty classics, such as your lasagnas and your tacos, your Mexican, your meatballs. I love it because it just made me feel like I wasn't missing out on anything when I was cooking from this. I could have all my favourite foods, which my favourite food for a really long time was lasagna. I loved lasagna, and it just taught me that I can use so much to substitute the meat in my meals that I will never miss it. It has some really easy recipes such as pastas, plenty of different soups and salads, and it's got your good old British classics. So there we've got a pie, we've got spaghetti bolognese, lasagna, chilli. Everything that you would want to eat is in this one. If I was to recommend a cookbook to somebody who was just starting out, I'd give him this. The next cookbook I was a little bit disappointed by, so I haven't used too much. However, it does have some really nice stuff in it. And that is the Veggie Lean in 15 by Joe Wicks. Everybody seems to love Joe Wicks. They think he's like God's gift on earth. I think he's all right. He's not my favourite, and I do find that a lot of his meals in here are something I'd probably have as a side. So he does have a lot of salads in here. He does have a lot of side dishes, like I said. But then he does have some amazing dishes like this barbecue butternut quesadilla. We've got plenty of really nice pasta dishes. It's weird because I'm not a huge pasta fan, but every now and then I do end up making some really nice cheesy pastas. There's also a vegan mac and cheese in here, and it's divine. This is a good cookbook, and especially since I've been trying to get fitter and be more healthy, this has been really good in helping me to prepare meals quickly that I can take on the go, that I can go to the gym with, and just making me feel overall better in myself. When I said that the Hairy Bikers was one of my favourites, it's tied with this one, and this is the Meat-Free Monday cookbook. This is by Paul McCartney and Stella McCartney and his family. I love the Beatles. That is not why I have this cookbook though. This was actually bought for me as a Christmas present. It remains one of my favourite cookbooks. The idea behind this book is to reduce your meat intake and maybe just have less meat on a Monday. So this actually takes you through a whole day of the week. It's separated into seasons, so you've got spring, summer, autumn and winter, and then it breaks down each week as well. So we get a meal plan for each Monday. We get a breakfast, a lunch and a dinner. For example, here we've got week 6 of autumn. Breakfast would be spiced pumpkin crepes. Packed lunch would be a veggie sausage sandwich. Lunch would be a creamy mushroom soup. And then we would have a snack as cranberry and apricot flapjacks. Dinner, sauteed aubergines and mozzarella, and a gingerbread cake for dessert. It's my favourite. It does all that kind of thing. It goes by seasonal vegetables. So if we skip back to spring, we get crepes with lemon and sugar, vegetable pilau, creamy broccoli soup, garlic bread, linguine, almonds and cassiocavallo. I don't know what that is, but that sounds amazing. Probably one of my all-time favourite vegetarian cookbooks. One that I think everyone can enjoy, even if someone isn't vegetarian. I feel like sometimes if you give someone a cookbook as a gift, for example, if you're giving them a vegetarian one, they're just going to push it aside. Whereas this is more about just reducing your meat intake and maybe making your meals a little bit different. Definitely really enjoy this one. And then the last one, I think I like this one more because it's pretty than for any other reason, and that is Cook, Share, Eat Vegan with Aina Carlin. This is another one that is really good, and it's a lot healthier than some of the Hairy Biker ones, which is full of cheese. So we've got a pearl barley paella here, sweet potato hash browns, jalfrezi, chip shop vegetable curry, quinoa, stuffed tomatoes, so many really healthy things. I think this is one if you're more into your clean eating. As somebody who's had an eating disorder for so long, I hate the term clean eating because it kind of suggests that other food is dirty and shouldn't be consumed, and I have a lot of thoughts about the phrase clean eating. I try not to use it. However, if you were looking for more of a, how can I say it, a very healthy diet, then this is definitely the cookbook for you. It is healthy beyond belief. I think all of the desserts in this have some sort of fruit and veg in them as well. So definitely a good one if you like that. This one I do find to be the best one for desserts because everybody deserves cake. Look at this coffee celebration cake. I adore it. And a all-out chocolate honeycomb loaf, upside down cakes, gingerbread, oh, donuts. This is certainly a really good baking one for vegan recipes. So if that is something that you struggle with going vegetarian or vegan, having to avoid chocolate, for example, can be a nightmare. There are some really tasty recipes in this one. So these are some of my favourite vegetarian cookbooks that I've been using a lot lately. Let me know if you've used any of these cookbooks. If you have, what's your favourite recipe from them? And also, do you have any all-time favourite recipe books? I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on Jamie Oliver's new vegetarian cookbook. I love Jamie Oliver's cooking, and I just think having a vegetarian recipe book by him will be amazing. I've also heard really amazing things about the Green Roasting Tin cookbook, so I want to get my hands on that at some point as well. So any other recommendations for vegan or vegetarian cookbooks, leave them in the comments down below. And if you've been thinking about going vegetarian or vegan, why not pick up one of these books and make a beautiful recipe? I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video very, very soon. Bye.